4 reasons why people would take the mark of the beast. Hey, what's up? It's Patrick. It's Rose via Fire. And I pray this message reaches who it needs to reach. So let's talk about 4 reasons why people would take the mark of the beast. So let's just get right into it. I ain't even gonna waste your time. Let's get right into it. So the first reason why people would take the mark of the beast is because fear of death. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is really like the number one reason that's gonna take the most souls, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you. This reason right here, bro, the fear of death, I feel like this reason right here is really gonna take the most souls, bro, because you know they're gonna be afraid to die, so they're gonna really like take the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be afraid to stand up for the gospel, you know what I'm saying? Stand up for their relationship with God, or take a stand for their relationship with God, whatever you want to call it. They're going to be scared to take a stand for their relationship with God. They're going to be scared to stand up for the gospel. And, you know, it's like the fear of death. For those people who get left behind and, you know, they pretty much trying to almost like still make it to heaven, right? They got left behind because they didn't have their stuff together, so they got left behind. Now it's like they trying to almost like fight for a second chance, trying to make it to heaven. Now it's like the fear of death, man, you know what I'm saying, could be the fear of death is going to be the number one reason why a lot of people and a lot of souls is going to give into that mark of the beast. And I'm trying to tell you, because people scared to die, man. People scared of like really standing up and putting their life on the line for the gospel and for the truth and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the number one reason why people would take the mark of the beast, because these the same people who are scared to give up everything to follow Jesus. So if these people is scared now, right? People is scared now to give up everything to follow Jesus. People is scared now to take a stand for Jesus because, oh, what is people gonna think of me? What is my peers gonna think of me? What is social media gonna think of me? What is my family gonna think of me? They scared to take a stand for Jesus now. So what make you think that when the Antichrist is revealed and walk in the earth, they somehow magically gonna have the tenacity? Please. If they don't have the strength now to follow Jesus, if they don't have the energy right now, if they scared now to proclaim Jesus, if they scared now of Jesus, if they scared now of the gospel, if they scared now to get their stuff together right now, they scared. What make you think they magically gonna not be scared then? Come on now, be serious. You know what I'm saying? What make you think that these people is gonna have they gonna magically develop tenacity? So these people is just gonna magically develop strength and tenacity that they don't have right now. You could just look at people right now, they don't even have the strength to finish the tutorial on how to follow God. Let alone they can't even get to level 1 of following God. If there's 1,000 levels to following God, these people is on level 0. They barely on the tutorial. So what make you think that they somehow magically gonna develop the strength and the tenacity to really lay down their life for God, bro? Please, bro. Please. This is not Photoshop. This is real life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Be real, bro. So let's move on to the second reason. Reason number 2 on why people will take the mark of the beast. So reason number 2 that I wrote down is lack of discernment. A lot of people just gonna get deceived into taking the mark of the beast. They gonna have no discernment. You know the devil with his lies. You know, the devil has a mouse. I can't speak. Mouthpiece. You see what I'm saying? I can't even speak sometimes, bro. Do you know mouthpiece? Mouthpiece. The devil has a mouthpiece on him, bro. The devil is a liar, bro. Devil gonna be lying to people. Oh, he probably gonna be saying stuff like, oh yeah, if you take this if you take this mark or whatever, your life is gonna be better. Oh my gosh, everything gonna turn out well. You know how the devil do. The father of lies, man, just lying. So a lot of people, they ain't even gonna have the discernment. They gonna be deceived into taking the mark of the beast. Reason number 2, they gonna have lack of discernment. They gonna be deceived into taking that mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? That's reason number 2. Yeah, they're gonna be deceived because their discernment is not strong. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, discernment out here is very weak. So if your discernment is weak, you most likely could get deceived into taking the mark of the beast because your discernment is weak. You know what I'm saying? Your discernment is weak. So that's another thing right there. You gotta be strong, bro. You gotta have that strong discernment. And let's move on to the third reason why. The third reason why people would take the mark of the beast: starvation. When you starving, man, these people gonna take the mark of the beast. They gonna be starving. They can't handle that type of pain of starvation now. You gotta be strong. You gotta be strong, bro. They can't handle that type of pain. They can't handle. These people cannot handle death by starvation. These people could barely get out the couch. These people could barely do the bare minimum. They barely doing the bare minimum right now. These people could barely put in work for God's kingdom. These people could barely use their talents for God right now. I repeat, they could barely use their talents for God right now. They could barely step into their calling for God right now. They could barely do anything for God right now. They could barely obey God right now. So you mean to tell me that then when the Antichrist is walking the earth, they gonna magically develop the strength? They gonna magically develop the tenacity? Please, these people is not gonna develop no tenacity, bro. Lord HM, bro. Lord HM. Lord HM, it stands for Lord have mercy. Hey, bro, I shortened it. I made it more sophisticated. Do not steal my saying, bro. Lord HM, bro. Telling you, bro. But yeah, man, like starvation, bro. That's a very serious thing, bro. That's one of the worst pains of all time. Starvation. Are people able to handle that type of pain? Starvation is pain. That's a high tier type of pain. Oh yeah, anybody could be like, oh, I could go without food for a day or two. Man, you start going into them higher number days, that pain get real, bro. That starvation pain, whoo, that junk get real. Starvation for real, man. I'm telling you, man. What's the fourth reason why people would take the mark of the beast? The fourth reason why people would take the mark of the beast: people are followers. These people following trends right now. These people following what everybody else is doing right now. These people following what social media is doing right now. These people is following what Love Island is telling them right now. These people is following social media and influencers right now. These people is following streamers and YouTubers and all these worldly YouTubers and entertainers right now. So what make you believe that somehow they're going to develop the tenacity to not be followers then? You see what I'm saying? What make you, these people is not going to develop the audacity and the tenacity to be soldiers then when they are cowards now? What's going to change really? What's going to change really? These people is not going to magically develop wings and start to be soldiers and start to be strong. Like, these people is followers now. What make you think they ain't gonna be followers then? You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? But these people is already following trends. They already following the media. They already following all this weird stuff. What make you think they magically gonna not follow all these other people taking the mark of the beast? For example, they see their favorite singer then took the mark of the beast. They favorite rapper then took the mark of the beast. They favorite singer, favorite rapper then took the mark of the beast. Favorite influencer then took the mark of the beast. Favorite Twitch streamer, YouTubers, whatever then took the mark of the beast. You think they ain't gonna follow? If the streamer was to come out, or if the influencer was to come out and tell him, yeah, I just took the mark of the beast, it's the best thing ever, like, you think they not gonna follow? They already following right now. So what makes you think they gonna magically develop the tenacity and the wings to really be soldiers and to really be strong? So they gonna develop magical strength? Please, please, nah. This is reason number 4. People is followers. And I just wanted to really just give these 4 reasons on why people will take the mark of the beast. And I just pray that people really don't take the mark of the beast. I pray that people just, you gotta be strong, bro. I pray that people will have the strength to not take the mark of the beast. I pray that people don't even get left behind in the first place. Why would you want to get left behind? Get your life right with God now, bro. Get your relationship with God right now. Stronger. Bro, you don't have no strength to withstand a 7-year tribulation. You barely have the strength to do anything now. What makes you think you're going to have the strength to withstand a 7-year tribulation? You barely have the strength now to do anything. You lazy. So what makes you think you're going to be able to withstand a 7-year tribulation? So that's why I'm saying, get your life right with God now, bro. So you don't get left behind. So you have to go through the 7-year tribulation, right? Get your life right now. Because you got to understand, the tribulation is like for the people who never really took God serious. They thought everything was a game. They were playing around. They didn't pay their dues. They ain't even pay their dues to follow God. So how God is going to rapture you and take you to heaven and, and take you in the rapture when you ain't even paid your dues? You was out here playing. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand how bad and severe the tribulation is going to be. The tribulation is not no blessing. Well, what blessing is this? Tribulation is maximum suffering, man. Maximum suffering. Talking about starvation, talking about you can't buy or sell. You barely, think about it, bro. You barely, bro, we need food and water and, to drink, and we need drinks, we need food, we need all this. You cannot buy or sell without the mark. Do people really just sit back and think about that statement? That is brutality, bro. Bro, I'm gonna keep it real. Majority of this great tribulation stuff, it is not no blessing, bro. This is like punishment. This stuff is like straight, strong stuff, bro. Like this is not no stuff that God wants his people to even be in right now. That's why the rapture happens, and then right after that, the Antichrist shows up, then all this tribulation stuff happens, and then for the people who do get left behind, but they still wanna pay the price and earn their way into heaven, depending on if God give them a second chance, that's the ones that's gonna have to stay here and suffer that stuff on a maximum level. They gonna have to prove them. You're gonna have to be 1,000,000 times stronger than you are now. And I pray that God will give those people the strength who get left behind. But if you're listening to this message and you still get left behind, bro, what is wrong with you for real? Like you should take your life serious now so you don't even get left behind, bro. I'm trying to tell you. But yeah, that was 4 reasons on why people would take the mark of the beast, man. Peace.